A $250 budget phone that can take pictures which not even flagships can take. This is the successor to the budget king from last year, the Redmi Note 9 Pro. Starting with the unboxing, I've got the most high-end model in the Note 9 lineup, also known as Note 9 Pro Max in some markets. The one that comes with a 64 megapixel lens. We have the Google Apps Access message on the side of the box. Inside the box, we have some paperwork, a silicone case, a special USB Type-C cable, and a big 30-watt fast charger. That is definitely a huge jump from the 18-watt fast charging of the Redmi Note 8 Pro from last year. And then we have the Redmi Note 9 Pro in the tropical green color that looks pretty fresh. The Note 8 Pro from last year was my favorite budget phone, and compared to that, have they raised the bar or not? Let's take a deep dive. The price is around $250 for the Note 9 Pro. It is still one of the most affordable phones on the market no matter where you live. There is an interesting design change compared to last year's model. It looks bigger and more colorful, still rocking glass back for premiumness. Headphone jack is still there. We have a more modern punch hole design which some people prefer over a notch. A side fingerprint scanner power button is a very welcoming change, very quick indeed. A quad camera in boxy setup on the back which still rocks the same 64 megapixel lens, 8 megapixel ultra wide, 2 megapixel depth sensor, and a 5 megapixel macro lens compared to the 2 megapixel of last year's model. Now I didn't really pay that much attention to it last time because I wasn't really impressed that much, but this time I played with it and I can't stop using it. If you use this in good lighting conditions, preferably outdoor, you'll get some really great shots. It lets you come real close to the subject. I mean, I cannot take these photos on my $1,300 iPhone because they don't have a macro lens. So in order to come this close, we need a macro lens, which this budget phone has. You may or may not care about this, but it definitely opens new possibility, and especially at this price, it's nice to have all these features. It also lets you shoot 1080p videos in macro mode. Now, like last year, the 64 megapixel lens is still pretty good. Sharp results, natural colors, ultra wide is here as well. Now, possibly my favorite and another big improvement that I've seen compared to the last year model is better performance in Pro mode. To really test out the Pro mode, I took the phone to a really tough, harsh, dark condition. What you're looking right now is a normal picture. This is a night mode picture, and this is a 30-second 64 megapixel night mode shot. The difference is insane. I can literally see the text on the outdoor of that AC, which I couldn't even see through my eyes. You can make the images even better with a bit of Lightroom touch. This easily makes this phone one of the best phones out there to have the Pro night mode experience with features similar to flagships. The Pro mode lets you take 64 MP 30 seconds long exposure shots with ISO up to 3200. What's even amazing that it works with all the lenses, which I haven't really seen on other phones. There are many 64 megapixel phones out there, but to truly push the sensor to its maximum, a Pro mode is necessary, and I think Xiaomi has done a great job. Now, you can shoot 4K videos, but it does not have optical image stabilization, sadly, so as long as you're not running around and keeping your hands stable, I guess you'll be fine. But for stable results, you have to drop the quality to 1080p. Front camera is 16 megapixel. We have decent results, does a good job in portrait mode. Now, they're not as detailed, and image processing could definitely be improved in the future, but overall it does the job well. Now, another big important difference is the battery size, which is now 5020 mAh compared to the last year's 4500 mAh battery. We also have 30 watts of fast charging, which is one of the fastest fast charging solutions on a budget phone. At this price, a 30-minute charge can give you around 50% of battery, which can almost last you a full day if you're not gonna game a lot. Now, speaking of gaming, Xiaomi took the decision to go with a Qualcomm 720G chip this time around, and I can see why, because this is a 8nm chip versus 12 nanometer from last year's model. A huge jump in the node means we have a much power efficient chip, cooler performance for longer gaming sessions. While overall performance and benchmarks are more or less the same, it will definitely be better for the battery. The games that I tried on the phone ran fine, and the UI was also also pretty smooth. The display is a full HD plus 6.6-inch IPS LCD panel. Now before I say I wish this phone had an OLED panel, the IPS display is not bad. It is still bright enough, the colors are nice and vibrant. Like most people at this price range would probably not gonna notice any difference. Because of the IPS display, this phone is cheaper than some of the budget phones out there, at least in most markets compared to the likes of Samsung. But then again, having an OLED display would have been absolutely amazing. Now it comes with Android 10 out of the box based on MIUI 11. Not my favorite UI, but definitely one of the better ones I've used. I like the arrangement of the app drawer, I like the look of the settings, the ability to add custom actions with the buttons. Once again, a killer pro camera mode that works with all lenses, and the ability to hide punch hole if you want to. Overall, a decent skin. In the future, it will get the MIUI 12, which is the upcoming new skin, which has a lot of new features. That is something to look forward to. All in all, the Redmi Note 9 Pro still checks it all. Xiaomi's goal here is to create the smartphone that has all the features you need for as low price as possible. 8nm Qualcomm chip, bigger battery, faster charging, Gorilla Glass back, and most importantly, a great camera experience. I still think that this phone does justice to the legendary Redmi Note lineup, but let me know what you think in the comment section below. If you guys are new here, be sure to subscribe. I will really appreciate if you like this video, and if you want to connect with me, do follow me on my Instagram, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.